All right, so we have a full body today. We're gonna go 40 seconds of work today, but a 20-second break, which means we are challenging ourselves a little bit with our weight. So let's get warmed up first. So 10 jumping jacks, whether it's 10 high impact or 10 low. Well, once you have done your 10 jacks, we're gonna alternate 10 front lunges. Keep the lunge fairly small, so we don't need to get that back knee right down to the floor. We want to get those hips, knees, ankles warmed up, ready to rock and roll. 5 on each leg to make up our 10 total. And once you have done your 10 lunges, we're going to alternate, or not alternate, we're going to do one arm leg swings, one arm leg swings. Does that make sense? We're going to do one leg swings front and back, 10 on the left, 10 on the right. Feel free to hold on to something for balance if you need to. Keeping your eyes on a focal point, keeping those abs nice and tight. Just swing the arms with the legs to help with balance as I fall over. So 10 on each leg. And once you have done your 10, we're gonna come down onto the floor, high plank or push-up position. We're gonna do a spider climb followed by a rotation. So take one leg. We're going to step it nice and wide to the same hand. So step it wide, take that hand, open up towards the ceiling, step that foot back. Same thing on the other side. Eyes are going to follow the hand. We're going to open up through that shoulder, chest, and the hip. 5 rotations on the left, 5 rotations on the right for 10 reps total. And once you have done your 10, stay down in this plank position, and we'll finish with 10 plank toe taps or 10 plank jacks. So either jump or step those feet out to the side for 10, and then we are going to rock and roll. So make sure you've got some water close by. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna get my thoughts here a little bit straighter. We're gonna start with a one arm swing. We're gonna do 40 seconds on, but we're gonna take a 20-second break. So I would challenge you to see if you can increase your weight a little bit, just because we're gonna have a longer rest period. And we're only gonna go through, there's 2 circuits, we're only gonna do each circuit twice. So let's make them count as much as we can. So one arm swings, find a dumbbell or a kettlebell for me in order to do that. There we go. So with the one arm swing, if you're using a dumbbell, keep it this way. This gets a little bit too wide. Nothing else changes. Dumbbell or kettlebell, does not matter. It's still the same format. Okay, I got 40 seconds on my timer. Let's rock and roll. So knees soft, push those hips back. We're still gonna hike past and swing through. Eyes are up. Don't look down at your feet. You wanna keep that nice and neutral spine. We're gonna push those hips back. Squeeze those glutes as you stand up. Nice work. Good, 15 seconds left here. We're gonna park the weight, take a 20-second break, and we'll get set up on the other side. Good, in 5, 4, 3, 2, perfect. Good, so same thing on the other side. We need to keep the same weight from one side to the next. And then if you think you can go up a little bit on round 2, we'll make that adjustment on round 2. All right, we've got 5 seconds. So soften those knees, push those hips back, chest is up, hike past, swing through. Keeping those abs super tight, so you want to keep the belly button pulled up towards the spine. We want to support that lower back as we push the hips back into our deadlift, and then squeezing those glutes and the quads as we stand up. Remember, we don't lift the weight. The weight is swinging from the momentum that we're generating with the legs. 10 seconds. And then we're going to come down onto your mat. Up, down planks are next. Perfect. Good. All right, set that weight weight out of the way, grab a quick drink. We got 20 seconds. Knees or toes, you can even elevate your hands with this one. But we're gonna do those up-down planks. See if you can get a couple of options. Stay either all on one side or alternate. Totally up to you. In 3, 2, here we go. Drop it down. Come on up. Keeping your eyes on the floor. We want that nice neutral spine. Keep that belly button pulled up into the back. We want to keep that lower back supported. You can start on the toes. You can drop down to the knees. The key, don't let your butt creep up towards the ceiling, and don't let those hips drop towards the floor. You are a moving plank. We got 10 seconds. We're gonna stand up. Grab one dumbbell that you can press overhead. Perfect. Come on up. Grab a quick drink if you need it. Rotational shoulder press. So we're gonna do one round on one side. We'll do one round on the next, and then we'll do some one arm rows. Okay. Find your weight that you can press overhead. Hands up, palms face out. Press straight to the ceiling. Rotate underneath the weight. Come on, back down. Keeping those abs nice and tight. Rotating through the hip, knee, and the ankle. Getting the bicep to ear as you press overhead. You got it. Now, if you need a little push press, you can do that. You can do a little push press as you go into the rotation. If you need a little extra help, we got 10 seconds left. We'll take that 20-second break, and we'll get set up on the other side. You got it. Come on, 2 seconds. There it is. Nice work. Shake it out. Same thing on the other side. And then again, if you find that this is light on round 2, I want you to up that weight for me. This is a good opportunity to go a little heavier with the longer rest period. All right, you ready? Press up, rotate underneath. Come on, back down. Good. Keeping those abs nice and tight still. Rotating hip, knee, and ankle. Do not worry about your speed. Focus on controlling the movement, getting that bicep to ear. Keeping those abs nice and tight. There's a lot of working pieces. Nice, 10 seconds. And then we're gonna switch hands. We're gonna give this side a rest. And we'll get set up to do a one-arm lunge row. Good. So switch working sides. So if the weight is in my left, I'm gonna bring my right leg forward. I'm gonna come into that nice deep lunge position. Now you can go wide, you can twist the weight up, or you can keep it nice and neutral, or do a mix. Start with your hardest version for you, and then make it easier. Here we go. Drive that elbow up. Keeping your eyes on the floor, so I want that nice neutral spine, right? So I'm not all hunched over. I want you to get those hips down, make your feet as wide as you can. Eyes are on the floor. Belly button pulled up into the spine. Squeeze that mid back as that elbow comes up. Feel free to come up, hold, and then release. And that's going to make that contraction even a bit more. Good. 5 more seconds. Come on. You got it. You got it. There it is. Come on up. Switch hands, switch legs. Take that 20-second posture break. Keeping the same weight from one side to the next. And like I said, we can make it heavier on round 2. So let's get those feet nice and wide. Come forward, relax the upper body on that working leg or on the front leg. You can come up wide, you can twist it up, or keep it nice and neutral. You choose. Start with the hardest version for you, and then make it easier as you go along. It's all good. Keeping that belly button pulled up into the spine, eyes are on your floor. You got it. Come on, feel that mid-back contract. 15 seconds and we're back to the top. We're gonna go back, one arm swings. Grab a quick drink if you need it. Make any weight changes if you want for round 2. In 4, 3, 2, perfect, good. All right, those one arm swings. If you can, I want you to make that change. We got 10 seconds before we rock and roll. I'm gonna go up a little bit. I need this one. All right, let's pick a side, left or right. So hips back, chest up, high pass, swing through. Good. You can do this with the dumbbell or kettlebell. We're gonna keep those abs tight, eyes are up. Pushing those hips back like you're doing a deadlift. And then squeeze those quads and glutes as you stand up. We're gonna use that power to move your weight. Good, 10 seconds, come on. You got it, you got it. 5 more seconds, 5 more seconds. We'll take that 20-second break. Perfect, carve it down. Grab some water if you need to. Keep the same weight from one side to the next. And then once we've done these swings, one more time with those up-down planks. All right, 5 seconds, we're gonna rock and roll. Knees are soft, let's push those hips back. Tighten up those abs again. High pass, swing through. You got it. Get that nice stretch in the hamstring as you push those hips back. Squeeze those quads and glutes as you stand up. Making sure that you're not lifting the weight with the arms. You're just along for the ride. Come on, we got 15 seconds. You got it. Last 10. We'll put this weight off to the side. Find your mat. Up, down planks. 3, 2. Perfect. Good. All right, hit the deck. Now, if you did all one side on round 1, make sure you switch leading hands on round 2. All right, knees, toes. Feel free to elevate your hands for this one as well. Let's pop it up. Drop it down. Come on up. Keep that belly button pulled up into the spine. Hips nice and square to the floor. Eyes are on the floor as well. And if you're on your toes, wider feet will make it easier to keep those hips square. Closer feet will make it harder. Good. Take your time. Don't rush it. Focus on good technique and form. And then as you get stronger, you can speed it up. We got 5 seconds. We're going to stand back up. Excellent. Grab a quick drink if you need it. We're going to go back to that rotational one-arm press. Can you go a little heavier on round 2? If you can, make that change. This is our last time doing it. I'm going to go up. Can you go up? Here we go. Rotate, press. Good. Keeping those abs tight. Rotating. Hip, knee, and ankle. Getting that bicep to ear. You got it. Take your time. There's no rush. Making sure the dumbbell's coming straight up. Not out in front. Pull it back. We got 15 seconds left on this side. That is it. We'll take the 20-second break and we'll switch sides. Good. Come on, 5 more seconds. That's it. Push, push, push. Woo. It should start to burn near the end. Those last 3, 4, 5 reps. You should be thinking, yep, I'm having to push through this, and that means your weight is where it should be. Okay, 5 seconds, switching sides. Let's get set up. Hands up. Tighten up those core, or tighten up the abs. Rotate underneath. Come on, back. Good. Getting that bicep to ear. Rotate hip, knee, and ankle. Nice work. Good. Watch that hand does not start wandering out in front. Pull it back. 15 seconds, that's all I need. And then we'll switch hands. And we'll get set up for our one-arm lunge rows. Good, in 5, 4, 3, 2, there it is. Good. All right, can you go up in weight for those rows? If you can, I want you to make that adjustment. This is our last time doing it, and then we get to move on. We got 10 seconds left on that timer. I want you to get those feet nice and wide. Rest your upper body on that front leg. Here we go. So you can go wide. You can twist it up. If you want to keep it a little bit easier because you're going heavier, keep it nice and narrow. Good. Belly button, hold into the spine. Eyes are on the floor. Your weight is on that front leg. And we're going to drive the elbow up and back. I want you to feel that mid-back contract as the elbow comes up. Feel free to hold for an extra second if you want. We've only got 10 seconds left. Come on. You got it. In 5, 4, 3, 2. There it is. Come on, out of it. Shake it out. Take that posture break. Keep the same weight. We're going to take a little bit of a longer break. I'm going to show you circuit number 2 once we're done this last round. Get those feet nice and wide. Abs are tight. Lean it forward. This is your upper body support right here. Here we go. Elbows can come up wide. You can twist. You can keep it narrow. I want it to challenge you with good form. So core is tight, eyes are on the floor. My back's in a nice neutral position. You can hold for an extra second at the top. Really feel that lat contract a little bit more. I only need 10 more seconds. Come on. We're going to take a nice big water break. In 4, 3, 2. There it is. Nice work. Grab some water for me. Okay, now, if you have a mini band at home, feel free to grab it for the glute hip bridges. If not, no worries. You can add a dumbbell if you want, or just go 100% body weight. But if you have a mini band, feel free to pull that out. So this is how it's going to go down. Timing stays the same, moves are going to change. Definitely a little bit more upper body focus. We're going to do our walkouts. So we're going to walk out into our plank position. Knee in, come back. Just touch the toes, walk it out again. Then we come down onto the floor for a hand release push-up. We're going to roll over for glute hip bridges. We're going to roll back over, high plank position for some shoulder taps. Okay, so let's get set up for our walkouts with the mountain climber. Keep your mini band close by if you have one. Here we go. So abs are tight. Starting down, we're going to walk out into our plank position. From here, knee. Come on back. Just touch the toes. Walk it out again. Keep your eyes on the floor. Keep that belly button pulled up into the spine. And take your time. There's no rush. Nice work. 10 seconds. We're going to stay down on the floor. We're going to do hand release push-ups. Excellent. All right, so these can be done from the knees or the toes. You choose. So what's going to happen? You're going to drop the chest straight down, take the hands off the floor, and then push yourself back up from that dead stop position. All right, we got 4 seconds. We're going to rock and roll. Here it is. Drop that chest down, hands off, push up. Remember, you're a moving plank. So when you come up from the push-up, I don't want you coming up in a wave position. I want you to think that you are sandwiched between 2 boards and your hips cannot move. You have to come up as one solid piece. We got about 10 seconds left. We're going to roll over and get set up for our glute hip bridges. In 5, 4, 3, 2, perfect. Good, so if you have a mini band, you're going to put it on above the knees. If you don't, doesn't matter. You can also add a weight across the hips. There's lots of options here for you. We have about 5 seconds. Get those heels nice and close to your butt. get up onto those shoulder blades, squeezing those glutes at the top. Tap it down, squeeze and lift again. You can hold for an extra second at the top. Really feel that contraction in your butt. And you can start with the weight. You can drop it if you need to get through the 40 seconds. Same with the mini band. Feel free to kick it off if you need to. You got it, good. When the timer goes, we'll set the weight off to the side. We'll kick the mini band off if you're using one. We're gonna roll over. We're gonna come into a high plank or push-up position for plank shoulder taps. And this can be done either from the knees or the toes. We're gonna tap those shoulders out. 3, 2, let's pop it up. Tap it out. Eyes on the floor. Watch that your butt does not start to do this. Keep it down, hips nice and square. Drop to the knees if you need to, it's all good. You can do this with your hands elevated as well, which will make it easier. Find a staircase, coffee table, a workout bench. Lots of options to make it work. We got 15 seconds left. One more time through. Starting with our walkout with the mountain timer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, there it is. Nice work. Grab a quick drink if you need to. Woo. All right, 10 seconds. Last time through. So let's make it count. Maybe you can get an extra rep or two in. In 3, 2, hands come down. Walk it out. Knee, knee. Come back. Just touch the toes. Good. Keep that belly button pulled up into the spine. Make sure when you're in your plank position, your hips don't drop or your hips are not left up in the air. I want you to come nice and flat like a table. We've only got 10 seconds left. And then we go back to those hand release push-ups. In 5, 4, 3, 2, there it is. Good. Wind down. Now these ones you need to do off the floor, elevating your hands, not so safe. So just do as many as you can, even if it's just 1 or 2, and then take a break. And then do another 1 or 2 reps. We got 4 seconds, so let's get ourselves set up. Drop that chest down between the hands. Hands come up, and then push away from the floor. Good. Keep that belly button pulled up in the spine. Eyes are on the floor. Remember, you're a moving plank. Whether you do this from the knees or from the toes, it doesn't matter, or a bit of both. But I don't want you coming up out of the push-up in a wave position. Remember, we're sandwiched between 2 boards. Those hips can't move. We got 5 seconds left. Come on. Glute hip bridges coming up. 3, 2. Good. Find that mini band. Find that dumbbell if you're using. Remember, the mini band goes above the knee. And then just make sure your feet are a little bit further apart to create some tension. Come on down. Let's get those heels close to your butt. Push through the heels. Get up onto those shoulders. Squeeze those glutes. Tap it down. Squeeze and lift again. You got it. See if you can get a little higher onto those shoulder blades for round 2. We've only got 1 move left. And then we are done. Our plank shoulder taps are coming up. So when the timer goes, we'll kick off the mini band, set the dumbbell off to the side, and we'll roll it back over. Good, good, good. There it is. All right. Now remember, plank shoulder taps can be done from the knees or the toes. You can elevate your hands for those ones as well. Make sure everything is set off to the side. We got about 5 seconds and we're gonna rock and roll. So pop it up, tap it out. butt up in the air. Pull the belly button into the spine. Keep your feet a little bit wider. It will help keep those hips square to the floor. 15 seconds, that is it. And then we'll get you stretched out. 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds, come on. Keep going, keep going. In 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Nice work. Come right down on the floor. Hands underneath those shoulders and pop it up into your cobra. Keeping those hips, or let those hips sink. Let those shoulders relax. And bring those eyes up. And then from here, flex those feet. We're going to push it back into child's pose, sitting on our heels. Reaching those hands out in front. And then shifting our weight forward one more time with that cobra. Let the hips sink. Bring those eyes up. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And then flipping it back into your child's pose, sitting onto those heels again. Let your head relax between the arms. And then walk your hands over to one side or the other, you choose. Coming back to the center, and walk your hands to the other side. Coming back to center. Good, coming up onto the hands and knees, take one arm, thread it under, drop the shoulder, drop the hip, play around with the angle of the body until you can feel that stretch around the back of the shoulder. Perfect, come back up, thread through on the other side, drop that shoulder, drop the hip, feel the stretch around the back of the shoulder. Coming back onto the hands and knees, we're going to flex the feet, push those hips up, heels come into the floor, head between the shoulders. Feel free to pedal out the feet. From here, I want you to bring one leg up towards the ceiling, bring that knee to the same wrist, slide the back leg back. You can stay tall, or you can work your way down towards the floor for a deeper hip stretch. Make it work for you. Stretching should not be painful. You're going to feel tension. You should not feel pain. Work your way back up onto the hands. Flex that back foot. Get those hips up. Bring the other leg up. Bring that knee to the same wrist. Slide that back leg back. Lower down towards the floor if you want a deeper stretch. Nice work. Work your way back up onto those hands, flex that foot, hips come back up again. We're going to walk our feet towards the hands. We're going to hang like a ragdoll, pushing those shoulder blades apart for a mid-back stretch, and then slowly standing it out. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing those shoulders down and back. We're going to interlace those hands and open up through the chest. Shoulders are down. We're going to stick that chest out. You got it. And then we're going to give ourselves a nice big old pat on the back. We didn't do much for triceps today, but we're going to give them a quick stretch. Good. Switching sides whenever you're ready. And then we're going to grab onto an ankle. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall or a chair, grab an ankle, glue the knees together, push that hip forward. And then switching sides whenever you're ready. Knees come together, hip comes forward. And you are done. Way to go. I really hope you challenge yourself a little bit with the weight. Whenever there's a longer rest period, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, that is the perfect chance to challenge yourself a little bit so that you can continue to get stronger. All right, have an amazing rest of the day, and I'm going to see you in the next workout.